This thing on? You paying attention? All right, great. You're going to really enjoy this one. I had the absolute pleasure of sitting down with a beast of a drummer, Joshua Owens from Annabel Lee. You're going to love this one. Check it out. Hey guys, this is Allan with the Drummers Consortium. I'm here today with one of the most dynamic drummers in our region. You may have seen him, you may have heard of him, from Annabel Lee, Joshua Owens.
What's up, fellas?
Man, thank you so much for being a part of this.
No problem.
It's just an absolute honor to have you here.
Anytime, buddy.
Cool.
Anytime.
Cool.
Anytime.
We go back a few years. Our bands that we've been in, we surprisingly, for as long as we've known each other, we've only shared the stage like 3 times in all these years.
I know. I was thinking about that the other day. We were talking about Skylark. I was watching you through the window and shit.
That was a trip because I felt somebody looking at me and I turned around and you're just looking through the window and I'm like, what the fuck?
I was looking at your cymbals is what I was looking at. I wonder how much those cost.
Well, they're for sale if you want to buy some.
No. It's good to see you though, pal.
You too,
Yeah,
man.
it's good
You
to see
too. I guess my first question would be, what actually drew you to the drums?
Dude, I've been thinking about drums probably since I was 3 or 4. Like I was that kid who pulled out the wooden spoons that your mom used to cook with and bang on the pans and shit like that. But no, I've always been drew to them. All the greats, Pert, Bonham, Paul, all of them. And my dad was a drummer too. He's the one who really got me my first drum kit, 13, 14 years old, and I never stopped after that.
Nice.
Never stopped.
Well, your playing shows it because I mean I've watched every show that I go to, whether it be and I've said this on many occasions, whether it's a local show, regional show, professional show, I always position myself where I can watch the drummer.
Me too.
And it is an absolute amazing thing to sit and watch you play.
Oh, I appreciate it.
The foot speed and the hand speed is just like, man, I want to be like that when I grow up.
Practice, man. Practice. Lots and hours of by yourself and fucking up. That's what it is.
We all fuck up. A lot of times, thankfully, most of the folks don't notice it when we do.
I couldn't tell you how many times, like, people, oh, dude, it's such an awesome set. And in my head, it's like, yeah, you have no idea how bad I fucked that one song up.
Been down that road. So your dad bought you your first set.
He did.
Do you remember what it was?
It was an all-black Ludwig kit with 2 crashes, hi-hat, and china. The best thing that he ever did for me was start me out on double bass pedals. It wasn't just a single kick. His buddy had an old pair, and I wore those fuckers out, man. I started day 1, double bass. Started.
That explains that amazing foot speed you've got.
I spent many hours working on that.
And you guys
It comes natural now. It's like driving a car. I'm always nervous before I play, but it's just like, all right, sit down, there it is. I can't read music. I never really tried. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
just, I don't know. It's just I just got it. Like just given. It was given to me somehow. I don't know. It's just what I did.
It's definitely a gift, and again, you heard what he said. As far as doubles, practice, and practice.
By yourself first. By yourself first.
My first kit was a Pearl export kit.
That's what I'm rocking right now.
Cool.
Frankenstein a little bit, but it's Pearl. It's Pearl exports.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with the Frankenstein kit. I mean, it's just, you do what you do and to create the sound that you are looking for and what you're needing. I notice you're running the mono cymbals.
Huge fan of mono. I was a Sabian guy for a long time. Zildjians were always too expensive for me, and then mono came out, and I started out with the cheapest ones I can get. Broke all those, which is fine. I'm heavy-handed, can't help it. But
I understand that.
But no, these black ones, dude, the black monos, they've held up very nice, and they cut through, the type of music we play.
They do. I mean,
that's what I love.
We were together this past Halloween, shared the stage again finally after so many years, and it was just standing off to the side watching you guys sit and watching you play, and They did. They sounded really, really good.
Well, I beat the hell out of them, and they ain't broken yet. So we'll see. We'll see.
You mentioned some of the greats earlier, as far as your getting inspiration from them, with Neil and the Bomb. Who are some of your current influences that you enjoy?
I like Tony Roaster Jr. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. I'm trying to get more technical and adding color to songs nowadays. You know, not just just go through with the whole thing. Let's see, Mike Portnoy. You know, Dave Grohl always. You know, I watch every video that he puts out. He's just reminds me of me somewhat. You know, a little bit. Like he parties, but he rips it up too.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I've been gravitating more watching local drummers. You know, around. I've been going to shows a bunch because after Haymaker ended, I retired. I was done, so done. Then Jim walked in. You know, Annabel Lee came a knocking. So I was like, all right, I'll give it one more shot. You know, but their music, man, I've been able to like add stuff to it that I've been wanting to add to, you know, measures and songs and, you know, certain parts, just little tic tacs here and there just to add color to it. And that's what I'm trying to do.
So you're having the freedom to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That's great. I know it surprised me when you left Haymaker, and then I was like, man, that's a loss right there.
It was devastating to me because that was the one I thought was going to go all the way. But you know, shit happens. Members change, or not change mentally. You know, that don't want to do it anymore, or want to go to another band. You know, that's fine. It's whatever. It took a minute to get over. That's why I wanted to step away from it.
Right.
And I lasted about 58 days. And I was playing again.
And then the drums started calling again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're back at it, man, and I love the music that you guys are putting out and what you're doing with it. Just the dynamics of your playing and how you approach the kit. Do you have any? We all have our own little quirks because we're a different animal.
Mm-hmm.
You have like any pre-show rituals that you go through or anything like that?
Stretch. 2 beers. Everyone gets together, we all hug, and go out there and do it.
Cool. And it's
Everyone's laughing before we take the stage.
awesome.
We're all fucking with each other. Just because, man, you gotta have fun. When it's not fun anymore, it sucks. It becomes a job. You know? People say you never work a day in your life if you do what you love. I truly believe that because I've done a lot of work back there, but I don't look at it as work. It's me.
And it's therapeutic as well.
Fuck yeah, it is. It's my anger management is what that is back there.
We got to get you some head endorsements so that way.
If anybody wants to try and endorse me, I'll take it. I don't care if they send me cardboard.
I don't know if you can be able to tune that properly.
No, it's been a long road, man, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Good. You mentioned Haymaker. I know you guys went out on the road a lot.
We did a few runs here and there.
We have a lot of younger viewers and that are just starting out or just been into it. And I mean, you being much younger than I am, have accomplished so much more than I have.
Oh, stop it out.
What is being out on the road? What would have been up to this point your most memorable show?
Most memorable one. Jacksonville, Florida was pretty epic. It was under a bridge, believe it or not. But it was like,
I remember that.
yeah, the whole community of that area or whatever just met up under a bridge. And I've never seen a place go more ape shit than ever. And my drum sounded great under a bridge. I mean, think about that room.
Yeah.
Just the sky, pretty much. So. But that one was wild. Tampa was pretty epic. This last one with Annabel Lee in Melbourne, Florida, with Dead Reckoning, those dudes, that was pretty epic. They're all epic to me, man. I'm nervous. Even after doing this for like 15, 16 years or whatever, I'm still nervous. Whether there's 10 people or 100 or 500 or whatever.
Well, I've always, I myself am the same way. Anytime before we go out, I have those butterflies. I have that, little bit of trepidation, like, okay, what am I?
That's what tells me it's real.
Yeah.
To me, I still feel like that to this day. That's what tells me it's real.
Yeah, exactly. And under a bridge with that kind of acoustics,
waterfront in front of me. Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Nice. What is the, because we all have issues behind the kit. At any given time, we're all going to have issues, especially in a live setting. If it can go wrong, it's going to go wrong. What would you say was your most challenging night behind the kit?
Shit, how much time you got? Man, I've dropped sticks. I've hit myself in the eyeball with the tip of my sticks. I've had bass beaters come off. I've had floor toms fall over. Cymbals come off. I've puked behind a drum kit while playing in the middle of a song. Everywhere. I about had a heat stroke. One of the first gas house festivals. They had to pour water on me. It felt like a picture being burned. That's what I saw. It was that hot.
Wow.
I've been through a lot back there. A lot of good times and a lot of bad times.
There's nothing like playing in a venue that in the middle of summer with no air,
No fan.
no fan.
No nothing.
I remember we played a venue I'm not going to name. This was a few years back, and I went. They didn't have AC in it, and this was in July, late July.
I bet that was fun.
So it was balls hot. So I went to go plug my fan up, and the sound guy goes, "You can't plug that in. It's my fan, bro. Can I have my fans? If you plug it in, it's going to short out the PA."
Oh yeah, plug it in, the whole place shuts down.
Yeah. And I'm like, so I got to play this show in this kind of heat, man? Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally walked outside in 96-degree weather to cool off.
I believe
It was brutal.
Florida's no joke to play in summertime. Been there.
Just got to stay hydrated and do the best you can with it.
Yeah, or just not drink as much. In my case, so we like to party and been partying and playing music for a long time, man. You definitely gotta, especially getting older now. That's what I'm learning. It's like, all right, time to chill out and get in shape if you're gonna keep doing this.
You're right. There's definitely that to it, but you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. If you're having fun,
You find another gear back there when you're tired, almost.
Yeah.
In a live setting, at least. People paid to see you play, man. You can't be falling over and drunk and shit like that. Which I've done before too, and I can't lie about it. You know, I've had some times, dude. Haymaker was a long 8 years. A long 8 years. But this band right here, though, man, we don't fuck around. You know, we get in here, we do our thing, and when we set up, we mean business, no matter how much we cut up and play or whatever.
oh, I can attest to that from that show on Halloween. I mean, you guys just come in and just absolutely just killed it from first note to last note. I mean, it was just all just bam, 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 bam. It was epic to watch, man.
It felt good. I remember that night. That night felt really good. It felt really good.
And it was so damn cool because I got to see you again after so long, man.
I don't know, why haven't we played more shows together? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Our shit's going in different directions. I mean, you guys are over here and we're over here. And so, but we definitely got to do something in 2024. I'd love to do another show with you guys.
That's going to be our year, man. We're finishing up the album, right?
Oh, so you got an album in the works.
We got an album in the works. Got a month or two left on it. My drums are done, thank God. And you know, we've just been plugging away at it. And we got this show on my birthday on the 8th, and then after that, it's getting that thing fine-tuned, get it out, and hopefully hit the road 2024 again.
Awesome. Well, I wish you much success with that, man.
Appreciate it, brother. I'm
can't
gonna
wait.
try. I'm definitely gonna try.
Can't wait to see you guys on a much larger stage. It's what y'all deserve.
I hope so. That's the ambition. That's the goal. So.
Good, good. Well, since we're talking about drums and stuff, this little beauty sitting back here behind me. Why don't you give us a little rundown of what you got here? I love the head on it, man. The green just pops on that.
That's all gem right there. Well, the pearls, like I said, Pearl Exports, Black Vinyls. My bell is the one right before that. I just like how it sounds. 2 high toms, a Drumcraft snare that I built, because I gotta have that pop. You know what I mean?
Couldn't find it with anything else.
No, I've been through 1,000 snares, man, just looking for that one. And yeah, she does me right.
Just so y'all know, I was able to sit down behind this kit prior to us filming. and a conversation yesterday. We were discussing the direct drive pedals. So I'm going to start up a GoFundMe because
They're not that expensive.
my brother here is like, oh yeah, you can try them, and now I'm in love with them. So I'm going to start a GoFundMe to buy me some direct drive demon drive pedals. So thank you for that.
If I ever upgrade, you can rock those for a while. It is a change going from chain drive to that though. It really is.
How so?
Well, that lag in your left side,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with that kind of goes away a little bit. Because I started out chain forever, all through Haymaker, everything. I just recently got those a couple years ago.
Well, that's all we ever knew for the longest
Yeah,
time.
that's all I
Was
knew.
chain.
Yeah, it's chain drive. So, no, they're smooth, man. They work good. I would really recommend getting them.
Well, I've definitely fallen in love with them just from that few minutes you allowed me to sit behind your kit. And this is the cool thing about this. Not only do I get to sit and talk drums with these guys, but I get to look at these beautiful drum kits that they use to create their music. And sometimes they'll let me sit down behind their kids. It's part of the perks of it. So, yeah, I'm living the fucking dream here. So it took you a minute, you say, adjust to the direct drive.
Mm-hmm. Well, think about it, you've been playing one way for so long.
Yeah.
You got to adjust a little bit. But I was just curious about them in general, and I was like, well, my chain drives were so old, beaters were coming back and hitting me right here.
Right.
And I always had a giant golf ball sized bruise and everything. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do away with that. But,
How well I remember that. I had one go out on me one night, and every time that beater come back, slapped the top of my foot. Most of the time, I'm playing barefooted.
mm-hmm. I used to play barefooted too.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Damn
cut that
bruise
shit
on-
out quick. Yeah.
Damn top bruise on top of my foot that big, and I'm like, this shit hurts.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
It's awesome. It's a beautiful drum kit. It really is, and it sounds phenomenal.
It's not the prettiest, but I was going for the sound on this go around. Evans heads, you know, all the way around. Super kick too under there. The direct drive. I actually have wooden beaters, as a matter of fact, for just extra punch.
Really?
Because you need it, you know, in this band. Because they're loud.
I would have
They're
never
loud
thought
as
about
shit.
wood beaters.
Vader makes it. Go through heads a little more often, but
Right.
during live performance, it really helps.
And you like the Evans heads?
Love Evans heads.
There you go, Evans. There's you another one.
I've been through I've had everything. I've tried everything. You know. And Evans heads and the heavyweight snare, as a matter of fact, that's what's really turns me on.
Well, that's cool that you built your own snare because you were searching for your own sound.
So.
I've always said
Started with a shell and did every little screw and bolt and everything. It's all different stuff, but it all works.
awesome. I know it's. I've always said the snare drum was our signature,
It is. It is.
and
If you got a shitty sounding snare, just go home and try again.
agreed. And tuning.
Yeah.
Please learn how to tune your drums.
Yeah. I tune them by ear. I heard there's like new shit that you can buy and it like digitally tells you, but I do it by ear.
There's all sorts of little things. I admit that I will shorten mine periodically. I will, when I change heads, I will use a drum dial to get it within the parameters.
Yeah.
But then once I get it there, then I'll go back and go by ear to what I want to hear. And so far, I've had good success with it as far as being able to tune.
A little trick I do is when I'm getting mic'd up at a live spot and I'm about to play,
Mhm.
you just cat to get the thing. I listen right there and I tune it as I go.
You have a problem with them coming out of tune much?
I tighten that shit down.
Surprising where you hit those damn things, bro.
Sometimes, mostly the bass drum and the snare come out of tune and everything, but my toms are pretty solid.
Like I
Good,
said,
good wood, man.
She sounds good, man. She sounds good. She really does. Now I'm going to ask you a few questions that kind of drum related, but mostly music related, if you're down for that.
Hit me.
What would, if somebody looked through your playlist, what would be the most surprising band they would find on it?
That's a good one. Chris Stapleton.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I got a broad spectrum in music, man. It goes from Tupac, Chris Stapleton, Lamb of God in the middle.
There you go. And you, I mean, as a musician, you want to have that variety.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you're going to hear something that really, affects you.
Yeah.
I've always said that music is like a time machine.
You get goosebumps when you hear a badass song?
Yep.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you hear another song and you know exactly where you were at this point in time when you heard that and what was going on with your life.
Absolutely.
It's like a time machine.
Yeah.
It's like a time machine. What would you say, be it cover or original?
Original.
Okay. What would be your most challenging song to have to play or that you had to learn to play?
On this album coming up, it'd be a song called The Sleeper. It is a motherfucker of a song. Really, really tough. Very fast. Very colorful too. A lot of variations from cymbal work.
Right.
Very, in between. It's hard to explain, really. It's one of those things when it comes up in the set, you're like, oh shit, here we go. Oh, we gotta fucking do this one now, like, damn it. Just played 6 other hard ones, now we got the hardest one. Yeah, they have a good way of putting the bangers right there when you're nice and tired.
Nice.
I think that trains you a little bit too, though.
It builds up your stamina.
Yeah.
A good bit. And with what you guys do and with the intensity that you're playing with, it's maybe not such a bad thing.
No.
I mean, you're just going to tell them you're getting older.
Oh, well, I mean, 2-3 practices a week, just to play for 50 minutes. It's tough. Like I said, if you're going to choose drums, man, it's an endeavor. One, it's expensive. One, it's hard. One, it's, one of the best jobs, and you don't have the best seat in the house, but you really got to work at it if you're going to be anybody.
Exactly. And you're right. I mean, it is hard. People wonder, what it is about drumming when you see everybody else. You see your other musicians, your bassists, your guitarists, your vocalists. They're out front. They're engaging the crowd. They're having a great time. And I'm not taking away from any other musicians whatsoever, but if you look at a drummer is using their entire body to play that instrument. I mean, I've always...
From head to toe.
Yeah, you've got...
Gotta have brains to keep count. Gotta have arms to play. You gotta breathe with your stomach. You gotta have thighs to play the pedals. Your feet gotta fucking work.
They're all firing on different things.
Everything.
And I was told I look like I'm having a seizure when I play.
I probably had one when I was playing, so yeah. What I love about it is that you can't blame anybody if you play bad.
No, you
You
can't.
can't blame anyone if you fuck up on drums.
No,
It's
and
like golf. It's all on you, man.
Exactly, because if you
And
go...
you're keeping time for everyone. It's a tough responsibility, but
Yeah.
it's a responsibility that I've fallen in love with.
As much difficulty, and our music is different than what you guys play. It's 2 different spectrums there. And how well I've learned that if I get off on that click track, then I'm just leading them down a path of no return.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got no choice but to jump out of the plane with me and we'll see where we land.
Yeah.
And it's usually not in a good place.
That I can believe, because I've been there too. I'm like, oh shit, this is supposed to happen in 30 seconds. What the hell am I doing right now? And vocalists usually come up and look at me like, what the fuck are you doing right now?
Exactly. It's just one of those, you're like, just go with it.
We've had some epic saves though, like flow right into that next measure. And people always tell me, oh, no one noticed that or whatever, but I did.
And see,
I noticed that shit.
It tends that as musicians, as a whole, musicians, we're our own worst critics.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you every show when we finish, I can tell you every mistake that I made that night in that set.
Yeah.
I know every mistake that I made. And,
I don't take compliments very well after a night like that. I just don't.
Yeah.
I appreciate it every
Yeah.
time, but I get in my own head about it too.
Agreed. I'm right there with you on that one. And I have difficulty taking the compliments at any time. I mean, we had some guys approach me one night after show, and they were just like, "Man, you play so smooth." And I'm like, "Were you even watching?" I mean, even our bass player's like, "Why do you hit them so hard?" because I can.
Because we're not playing smooth fucking jazz right
Exactly.
now. So, yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point. Is let's do this. You know.
I've always, from the beginning, you know, I didn't want to play them like, you know, like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna play them like they owe me something. You know, whether I break some shit or bust my knuckles or whatever, you know, just turn into somebody different back there.
We do.
When you're in the shit, yeah.
We do. That combination of adrenaline and the people yelling for you and everything. It's just it's a good feeling.
It takes one person for me to look at me while I'm playing, and I'll make eye contact with them. They're just like, fuck yeah, you know, or bobbing their head or whatever. I'm good for the rest of the night.
Well, if you look over at me and I'm side stage watching you play, I'm not bobbing my head, but know that I'm sitting there enjoying it. I'm
looking
watching
at my symbols, aren't
I'm
you?
watching
Yeah.
what the hell you're doing. I'm like, Jesus. You mentioned smooth jazz. What other, if you weren't playing with Annabel Lee, in a perfect world, you were approached, what band, be it, again, local, regional, professional, what band would you like to be playing in?
That's a good question, Alan. Really good question. I'd probably be okay Killswitch Engage.
No Chris Staples?
I don't know. I don't know if I could play for a country band. I'd love to try, you know, but you know, I've been doing this shit for so long, it'd be tough. I'd actually been wanting to venture out and maybe do some acoustic stuff of my own, maybe. Drums for so long, man, you gotta take a break every once in a while.
Really?
I mean, sometimes you do. I'd go do 10 straight days in Florida and then come home and play the drums for 6 hours.
I would have to,
It's pretty tough.
I would imagine that is.
But not Killswitch. I mean, I'd like to. I could probably maybe do something in Parkway or try to or something. But I don't know. I like where I'm at. I got a brotherhood going on right now. I try not to live on wonder what would happen if I was playing. You know, the whole rock star Mark Wahlberg dream or whatever.
Right.
I'd like trying to kind of earn my own way, so to speak.
As we all should.
Yeah.
What song do you absolutely refuse to play?
Any AC/DC song, 'cause it's the same fucking thing. Same fucking drum beat on every song, man. In some form or fashion, it's the same fucking thing. He needs a hi-hat, a snare, and a bass drum. That's it. That's it. Maybe one cymbal.
Oh.
Not dissing on AC/DC, their music's great, but as a drummer, I'd blow my fucking head off, probably. Metaphorically speaking.
Oh, you don't know.
Hey, what are we doing tonight, guys?
4/4 for the next hour
For
and a half.
3 hours? That? Okay. All right.
And then the singer looks at you because you sped the song up a little too much.
Oh, yeah. I'd have to add shit and all kinds of stuff. I couldn't do it.
You ever try to tackle a Rush song?
No. For very good reason, too. Neil, man, he was an innovator. He was the one I was talking about color, putting color to music. He was the one I really got inspired from that. I mean, it was beautiful. It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's something to see, and it was
But it would be that one if I tried any of them. It'd be Tom Sawyer.
great song. Great song. We were had a discussion a while back about possibly incorporating a drum solo, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Really? Why not? I'm like, well, one, have you ever seen a Neil Peart drum solo? If you can't improve on that, don't.
He did Letterman. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
You
watch him play. You're sorry, but you know, there's a reason why he's called a professor.
Him and Bonham and Vinnie Paul were the greatest. My top three, it's those three. And in no particular order.
Right. What about you mentioned Bonham. I've always said that John Bonham and Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden are able to do more with a single pedal than most of us can do with a double pedal.
Yeah. That shit's hard, man.
Yeah.
Shit's tough, bro. It's very tough.
Now, where do you position your feet on your pedals?
See, I'm not flat-footed. I play with my heels. Really, I just play with the two toes, to be honest with you. The big toe and the other toe. Kind of balance it like that. That's how 30-second notes.
Yeah.
It's just how I always done it.
Well, I mean, we're all different, and one of the things that, you know, some of these questions I hope are the younger viewers will look at and take note of what these guys are saying and try it, and maybe it works for them better and they're playing and helps them level up.
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Everyone sets their shit up different. You know, everyone, you know, it's real.
So when you're running your doubles, I mean, how much are you thinking about it, or are you just relying totally on the click track, or just flowing with the music, or?
It comes from here. I don't even think about it anymore. I know what part's coming up, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, there are times that I've been playing out and I drift off. You know, my body just does it now. It's just such muscle memory back there. You know, new songs, you know, you gotta learn those and shit and everything, but stuff that, just even being in Annabel Lee for a year now, you know, 9, 10 songs just come to me like that. It's just how it is. Awesome. With me personally.
And you like going out on the road and touring?
Love it.
Meeting new people?
Well, it is extremely hard, but I do love it.
See, pay attention. We're trying to tell you something.
Extremely hard. Wake up, stretch, drive to the venue, unload, talk to promoters, talk to everyone, set up merch table, play, or wait to play. In our case, we did with Dead Reckoning and everything. We always played 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th every night. Play, come off stage hyperventilating, break down everything, back on the bus, watch an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger, sleep, repeat next day.
Didn't get out and be a tourist or anything like that?
No time. We're always driving.
Always driving.
Always driving.
It's a tough one.
And those drive times, you really, you know, you get close. Especially with these guys. We had a fucking blast, man. I did not stop laughing the entire time. It was just...
And that's a good thing.
It can be the best experience ever or the worst fucking experience ever.
Because you see some of these other bands, these really successful acts that I've been reading and watching some things here as of late and learning that, you know, well, for example, you know, Hall & Oates. I've always loved their music.
Mm-hmm.
For them to be at each other's throats like they are now. I mean, well, my personal favorite band, Van Halen. Look at the dysfunction there.
Oh.
I mean,
oh, there's days that you're gonna be pissed off and hungry and upset, but you know, y'all come together and play live at the end of the night. That's the beauty of it to me. No matter how the day went, you still have a job to do.
And then there's fans make it worth your while.
That's right. No matter who's in there. 10 people, 1, 2, the other bands, it don't matter. None of that shit's ever mattered.
No.
I'm thinking the crowds will come if you do it long enough.
Well, and you always give, because all it takes is one person to see you and start spreading the word about you.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're dejected and just half-assing through your set, that one person's not even going to remember you.
Yeah. Good set. Never hear from them again.
Yeah. And then, but if you're on it, which you should be every night, they're going to start spreading the word about you.
No, I try to like party with everyone. When I get in that mode and I'm at the venue and I know I ain't got shit to do but play later, I'll talk to anyone. I just love being in that environment. I've been doing it for so long.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's really humbling when you have people come up to you that, you know, enjoy the music you're creating.
Yeah.
Or I find it to be humbling.
Well, it goes back on just original shit. I mean, I've played covers here and there and everything, but it's finding an honor in something, you know, creating it out of thin air, and then you go play it live and people dig it. It's fucking beautiful.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful thing.
For me, it was having the last show we played for this year. We did 2 songs, one original and one cover, that the crowd was actually singing back to us. And I could actually hear it through my in-ears. That's...
Yeah, what's that like?
It's an experience.
I bet.
It's an experience. Gotta say that I want more of that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I chase that feeling. Like when you see the whole crowd just bobbing to your shit, I'll always chase that feeling.
Always.
There's nothing like it.
Always.
Get goosebumps while I'm back there playing sometimes.
Yeah.
When it clicks, you know, when everything hits and we all hit at the same time, it's beautiful.
Now, do you watch the crowd when you're playing, or are you?
My hair's not in my face, yeah.
Not a problem I have.
This keeps happening though, like, and almost fucking die back there because my hair's in the back of my throat. But my girl won't let me cut it, so I'm like, all right, fine.
You always put it in a ponytail.
Yeah, well, what's the fun in that?
Wouldn't have that rock star look then, would you?
That's right, man. That's right. It is. I'm not a rock star. I'm just a dad who loves to play drums, man. That's all I am.
You gonna teach your kids to play?
It's already in her. She done picked up the wooden spoons and playing herself now.
Nice. Because mine's the reason I'm playing again.
Yeah.
I had taken a 20-some-year break, and she wanted to learn. She gravitated towards, actually, it took a while trying many different things. She's actually gravitated towards being an artist, a painter and such as that. And I just fell back into the drums.
They're hard to fall out of if you're really into it, you know.
Yeah. Oh God, it's fun.
I retired, like I said, 2 months. Still came back to it. Like, I was done. I was like, nope, fuck it, I'm done. I'm gonna get a job, whatever, do this, whatever, that. Just met Jim at Amos's one day, and he's like, "Come play for us." Like, all right, I'll try. And here we are a year later, playing on my birthday on Friday.
Killing it.
You said you're gonna be there, right?
I'm gonna be there, man. I'm gonna be there. Absolutely. I mean, it's not often that I get to catch you out playing live. Like I said, our schedules are, so messed up with you guys out doing your thing and us out doing our thing, and so to get a chance to, catch you guys out in a live setting, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
We're gonna rock it out and hopefully play some new shit and get ready to hopefully tour again 2024, man. That's the plan.
Were you planning on hitting in 2024? Is that a secret?
I want to go to Texas, but they want to go back to Florida. And one of them wants to hit New York, so.
And Texas is hot too.
Like, why don't we do all of them? That's just where I'm at.
Do a whole Midwest tour and everything.
Texas, Jesus Christ, you fucking play 10 shows just in that state. Just do a giant circle. That's what I'm thinking about.
It's hot in Texas in the summer.
Well, I got a fan, so.
Just make sure you can plug it up and don't short out the PA.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Every venue's different.
This is true. This is true.
Last,
What's the, and I don't mean to put you on a spot like this, and you can tell me you won't pass on it, but in all the venues you've hit, what was the one that just blew your mind?
Let's see.
As far as aesthetics and, how
We had fun in Tampa, man. The Brass Mug's a pretty cool spot. It's right there in the Everglades and shit. Like, I never knew if a crocodile was gonna roll up or something right before I played or whatnot. Brass Mug was sweet, and guitar player actually had an uncle who came out and saw us play, and he lived in a high-rise, so we all partied on there afterwards. I guess when Rob Gronkowski was playing for Tampa Bay, he lived in it or something like that.
So you were just all rock star that night.
I don't remember much, but yeah, I just tried not to fall off because it was really high up. I got sick when I looked at it when I first got there. Brass Mug was, like I said, Under That Bridge show. I'll never forget that.
I remember seeing video of that one, and it just looked, the video I think was cell phone video, and it just didn't do it justice. But it just looked like you never see that.
Yeah. People were going ape shit, man. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Cool. So, yeah, Texas is hot in the summer.
I don't care.
Just take your fan with you
Yeah.
and water.
I'll play anywhere, man. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. Anywhere, anytime.
That's right.
With anybody. Let's do this.
That's right.
Cool. What is, I know you got other stuff to do, and I appreciate your time today and being a part of this.
Anytime, Alan.
If you were to pass off some advice to some of the younger guys that are just starting out, that are thinking about picking up the sticks and doing this, what would be some advice that you would share with them about this journey that you and I have been on for so damn long?
Well, drummers now that want to just start out in this climate that's going on, I would really, focus on practicing. You got to practice, and not really read into, bullshit, so to speak. Don't worry about how you look right now, or worry about what this person thinks or what that person thinks. Just fucking do you and have fun. You know, and surround yourself with other members that are like-minded. You
Right.
got to have chemistry. Got to. Or it won't work, or you'll be at each other's throats before long.
Swapping out band members constantly.
Yeah, it is a tough endeavor. But like I said, you know, if you love it, you know, fuck the game, play drums, do your thing.
Be you.
Be you.
Solid advice, guys.
Don't
Solid
give a shit
advice.
what anyone thinks. Do what the fuck you want behind that drum kit.
Create you.
You got the
Be
best
you.
seat in the house, man. You gotta make it worth it.
Well, we sit on a throne for a reason.
That's right. The stool's hurting my ass right now, but yeah, my throne's way more comfortable.
Well, guys, I appreciate you tuning in again tonight. Joshua Owens, Annabel Lee.
Thanks for having me, dudes.
Absolutely, man. Check out their music. Check out the videos. Catch them live. You will not regret it at all. It is a hell of a show when these guys come to town. Man, thank you so much.
Rock and roll, buddy.
I love you, brother.
I love you too, dog. Give me a hug, man. All right.
Holy hell, Batman. Did you just watch that? Dude is an absolute beast. A lot of great knowledge. A lot of stuff he shared in that. You gotta have to check him out. Check out his band, Annabel Lee. For Chris McKinney, this is Allan. Catch you next time on Consortium Conversations.